And straight after that, we've got Poppy. If you haven't seen Poppy's channel, go and check him out too. He's good for a chat. He's fun. And he makes cool stuff.
Hey gang, Poppy here. You see my right hand? Oh. Okay. You see the object in my hands. This is a divider called dividers. It is used specifically to divide circles also. Here, let me get a why do they always hide from me? Get okay. Say you have a line. You see the line? Now, you want to divide this line in two. Now, classical way to bisect a line you take your dividers and you catch one edge and don't let your point come out of the hole, and you come to the other end of the line okay. Let's do this way. Okay, now this is a compass. You see, it's got a piece of pencil lead right here. It's not sharp, I know, so don't comment. Anyway, bisecting your line, of course it would be sharp, and a piece of pencil lead would have fallen out of your compass. Come on, piece of pencil lead. Any piece of, no piece of pencil lead. Plenty of extra points, screws, nuts. Ow! That hurt. Okay. Not in there. How about in here? Come on, open up, damn you. Hey, that's where the pencil leads are. And none of them have been sharpened. Isn't that just sweet? Oh, wait a minute. This one is here. It's still here. The screw wasn't tight. Put this back into the other leads. Okay, let's get back to where we were. Okay, I swung from this end and got here. I swing from this end and I got here. Now, as you see, I have 2 spots, 2 points. And you take, this will work. You take a straight edge and you go from point to point, and you take your sharp marking implement, not Sharpie marking implement, sharp marking implement. There is a difference. Anyway, I know this is not to within a millionth of an inch, not even within 10,000ths, but functionally that is the exact middle of that line. I've been showing you some pretty sloppy procedure here. I just want to illustrate this. Okay? Close this baby up. Put it in here. Okay. I will bring these out. Here, you see we have 2 very sharp metal points. This is a divider. One method, one use for it, is to bisect lines. Another one which I know J.D. Richards and Clickspring know, if you're making a gear, or in clocks and watches it's called a wheel, from scratch, you have your circle and you go around it, stepping it off, and knowing how many gear teeth you want here, you adjust the distance in and out until you can go all the way around, and on the last one, it should be right about there, it comes back to where you started. Now, this is magnifying glass work. Optivisors. Almost electron microscopy. Microscopy? Scopy? Whatever. Okay, now, this currently is a compass. See, pencil lead, sharp point. Okay. Now this is one of those compasses, and this is a compass. You can take out the pencil lead and put in an ink pen. These go dip in the ink, swing your arc. Okay? Well, that does not want to fit there, but this one do. There we go. Did I put them in the wrong places? I may have. Okay, now, you see, Okay. You see here, divider, compass, inking compass, because it's got a pen. You dip into your ink and you swing your arc. Yeah. Set that aside. I really need a piece of paper to draw this picture for you. So let me go get a piece of paper. Oh! Creak, crack, everything hurts. Hey! A piece of paper I can scribulate upon. Now, there is a fourth device. If you count a pencil lead compass and an inking compass as different device, there is a fourth. This is essentially, right here, a hamorphidite caliper. Now, I'm not being nasty. This is the specific school book name. I mean, what was it? Handy and Hard? No, that big school book printing company in Texas. Hamorphidite. We're not talking about anyone's genitalia here. We're talking about the fact you've got a sharp point for marking and you have a round point so that you can catch the edge of something with this end, and once you've set it, you scribe your line and it's exactly the same distance from this edge all the way along. If you have some skill, I mean, if you got no skill, you're a ham-handed starship captain, you can screw this up in a hurry. But, you know, the average machinist better be able to use one of these. It comes right after this. Now, some people want to shorten one of these points here and use the dividers like they were hamorphidite. The problem is, look here. Do you see the problem? You need the hook. Yeah. Hamorphidite calipers. I've seen 3 different ways they're made. This tight little nut here, and they can move unless you're really grunk down on this nut. Then there's you got a adjusting bar, got a nut here and a nut that rides in this slot. You adjust it where you want and you grunk down on both of these nuts. And then you've got very common nut here in the middle, knurled, and counter-threaded. One of these will be right-hand thread, the other one will be left-hand thread. This nut will be right-hand thread down in there, this nut down here will be left-hand thread. You turn the nut and this opens or closes. Mostly you see the single nut. I don't think I've ever seen one using the counter-threaded central nut for adjusting. But I know that some must exist. Then there's this one. I've seen a couple of them. Trying to remember the name of that big school book publishing company in Texas. Anyway, if a school book published in Texas in the 1960s, I mean, I took high school machine shop in the 70s, so, and the book was about 10 years old then. If a Texas school book publishing company will talk about hamorphidite, I can too. I don't have a pair of hamorphidites. One of these days, maybe I'll make a pair if I need it. Lately, I've been using that trick people do with calipers. You know, vernier, dial, digital. Back when I was a kid, 70s and earlier, vernier calipers, there weren't no dial calipers then. That was the new, exciting technology in 1974, was dial caliper. The vernier calipers okay, this part moves. This part's the beam. Now there would be a little dot right about there. And right about there. When you closed your verniers, these dots would be superimposed one on the other. Now, you'd have to open your verniers, vernier. Your vernier calipers, you'd have to open up about 100, 200 thousandths of an inch before you could come in with your dividers. Set your dividers to the dimension here, which you've set with your vernier calibrations. Now, that is set to within arguably like 5 thousandths of an inch of what you really, really want. So you can step off, or you can divide a circle that's kind of small. Wow, I came pretty close to actual center there. Whoa! Not very well known, getting forgotten nowadays, hamorphidite calipers. Some people say hermaphrodite. Two different pronunciations for the same word, you know. Some people just gotta be strange, you know. They can't pronounce stuff the way everyone else does. Anyway, let me write some things down here for you. Okay, so we have your compass, your divider, and your hamorphidite calipers. There, you see that? I hope this has helped any of you. You wondered what this strange looking tool, you wonder, am I supposed to pick my nose with one end and jab someone in the butt with the other? Now you know. Google hamorphidite or hermaphrodite, whichever one floats your boat, baby cakes. Hamorphidite calipers. A not very well known, soon to be forgotten tool that is still of great value and importance. Good night from California. Stay safe.